Hello, so this is going to be a quick video showing you how to set up SFML in a CLion project using CMake. It's really quick, really easy, and it'll work on every operating system that you may have, so because it uses CMake. So yeah, we'll just get into it real quick. So I'll go through the process, and then after I go through the process, I'll go over a few ways you could potentially fix your thing if you have any errors with it. Yeah. So yeah, we'll go through the process real quick. So first thing we'll do, I'm going to make a new project here. You can name it whatever you want, but I'm going to name it project 3. And you name it here like this. You should name it something. Yeah. Just remember what you name it because you're going to need it for the next step, and then create the project. Okay, now that we have this project made, you can run it, and you can hopefully see that it runs like the little sample it gives you, hello world, and it all works. So yeah, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this code, which is on the milestone 1 assignment for project 3 milestone 1 assignment. Um, yeah, and this code, this code will make the circle on your screen, but it only works if you have SFML set up. So right now it doesn't work because we haven't installed SFML or anything like that. So the next thing that we need to do is install SFML, and then hopefully when we run this code, the circle pops up. So we can install SFML. We can tell it to install SFML sort of by modifying this CMake list.txt file. And there's a sample one here on the SFML GitHub repository. There's a whole sample like project, I think. But we are only concerned with the CMake list.txt file. So basically, you can copy it and paste it into your CMake list.txt like this. Also, I'm going to put the link for that in the description. So yeah. Here's our sample like CMake list.txt file, and we need to make some modifications to it. Basically, everywhere it says CMake SFML project, or where it says main, like this, we're going to change that to be the name of our project, which is project 3. So just like this, project 3, and then everywhere it says main like this, we're going to make that project 3 here. And also there's one over here in the bottom right, in the middle of this thing. Make sure to get that one too. So yeah, and there's a couple other things you want to do here. I'm going to get rid of this src slash because I don't have an src folder over here. If you have one, maybe you would want to have that, but by default you don't have one. Yeah, I'm also going to get rid of this /bin, which will make like an extra bin folder in here. And I think you'll have to put your like files that you're reading from, like the images, in that extra bin folder. And to just avoid that, you could just get rid of it. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's everything with this. So now what we can do is I can click this little button to reload the changes to the CMake, and it looks like I've got an error. Okay, so if you get this error, um, let's see. It looks like I don't have version 3.28, so maybe I can just change this to this, and it might work, because that's what it says that I have. Yeah. So sometimes when you get errors like that, you can just read them, and you might be able to figure out how to fix them like that. Other times they're a lot harder to like understand, or it's some weird thing. We'll go over a few things you can do at the end in case you get some error you can't seem to fix. I'll go over a couple things you can do to try and fix those errors. But yeah, so for now it's just like doing stuff. It's like maybe installing it or something. But just sit around and chill. If you see stuff going on here in like this terminal or down here in this background task, this like blue thing. You click it. If you see stuff going on here, just wait and chill for a while until it looks like it's done. This could take a while. For me, it usually takes like, or I guess it just finished, so I don't know how long it was, but yeah. Okay, it looks like this is updating too. So it looks like this is all recognizing. So hopefully when we play it now, it'll like quickly do this thing, and then hopefully we see the circle. And it'll only do this thing this one time. Um, After that, it runs really fast. So yeah. Also, you should note that this only installs SFML like in this one CLion project that you have. Um, at least I'm pretty sure of that. So if you make another project, you'll have to go through the setup again if you want to use SFML in that project. Okay, and it looks like it made our circle, so it looks like it's all working. And if we run it again, it's really fast, as you can see. So it's all set up, SFML is working, and all you have to submit is a screenshot of this circle. So yeah, that's really it for milestone 1. And hopefully it went as smoothly as that for you. But if it didn't, there's a couple things you can do. First, for this to work, you need Git installed, and some students may not have it installed. They might have told you to do it in Prog 1, so hopefully you have it from that. But if not, you'll have to do that now. So when you type Git in a terminal, I just use this CLion terminal, you can click this button. When you type Git, or like git dash dash help, or like git dash dash version maybe, if you get like an error message, then you don't have Git installed, and you need to have it installed for this setup to work, so you'll have to install it, and you can go to this website, it's this one, and you can, download whichever operating system, whichever version you have. It's pretty straightforward, just like go through the steps. It doesn't take long either. But you basically need to set it up to where when you type this in the terminal, you don't get an error message and you get some sort of like response, um, meaning that you have it downloaded. So yeah, you need to have it downloaded for this to work. So make sure that you have that if you get an error message, that is. Another thing you can do if you get an error message and you do have Git is this one is a lot more common, and you want to make sure that you're using the bundled MinGW and not the one that we told you to install at the beginning of the semester. So you can do this by clicking the settings wheel, go to settings. Your settings wheel might be somewhere else, but basically go to settings and then go into this one, build, execution, and deployment, and then go into tool chains like this. You basically want to see this. And what you want to make sure of is this box here, C++ compiler. You want it to say something like detected G++, and you want it to be like in the bundled MinGW. Um, a lot of students will run into errors if you have something like this set up in here. And this is like fine, but for this particular SFML thing, it's sometimes not fine. If you get an error, just use the bundled one, is what I'm saying. So if you have something like this here, even if it's like green, even if it's not red, if you have like a path there at all, just try using the bundled one, and you can do that by making a new thing and clicking MinGW, which will make this new one here. And by default, it'll select the bundled one, and it'll say detected G++ and all that. So it's really easy. And all you have to do to activate it is move it to the top. So whichever one it says is default is, I think, the one that it's using. So just move that one to the top. So make sure the top one here says something like detected G++, and it's like bundled MinGW, and it doesn't have like some file path here. So yeah, that's it. Um, so after you try that, try doing this process again, and hopefully the error goes away. So you can try both of those things. If you've tried both of those things and you're still getting some error and you don't know how to fix it, definitely send a question in the Discord or something, and we'll be able to help you out. Or go to office hours. Another thing you can do is any of the alternate installations, there's a ton of them. Um, any of these, there's really a ton of different ways to install SFML. You can also just watch some random like YouTube video to install it. You don't have to go through this process. You just need to have SFML set up and you need to have this circle working, basically. And however you're able to do that is fine. So yeah, that's really it for this video, and that's really it for setting up SFML for Project 3. Hopefully this helps. And yeah, peace.